So, Oyster exercise for glute medius muscle. This muscle is situated here on the upper outside of the buttock, roughly where your jeans pocket would be. The position that I like my patients to be in usually is backed up to a wall, so that we've got both shoulder blades touching the wall, both buttocks touching the wall and both heels touching the wall. Failing that, if you position yourself so that this shoulder point is exactly above that shoulder point, not in front or behind, and same with this hip bone, the bony hip point, exactly above the one below, not rolled forwards and not rolled backwards. And again, if you have an imaginary line so that your heels are lined up with your buttocks, as if there was an invisible wall behind you. Okay. From this position here, if you had the wall you wouldn't cheat, but as we haven't got a wall, John will demonstrate how he's going to monitor with his hands how to monitor he's doing the exercise properly. With his back three fingers resting over the point where the glute medius is, and the thumb resting at the front of the pelvis, holding it there. What he's doing is he's feeling for the tension under his fingers as he operates the muscle, and the thumb is telling him whether its pelvis is moving forwards or backwards. So from this position here, what we now do is we squeeze the top heel down towards the bottom heel, so you've got like a pinching movement going on here, and you gently open the thighs out, forming an imaginary oyster here. Okay? You should feel tension in your outer buttock here underneath your fingers. And we're kind of working this on a slow cycle, up and down. That cycle should take you about 6 seconds. We prefer people not to stop and hold it at the top, but to come up and down and up and down. With all these exercises, perfect form is very important, because there's no point in training bad motor patterns. So common faults on this exercise are two. One is not squeezing enough with the feet, squeezing the heels together, and you tend to get a lift. Can you demonstrate that? Like so. So say imagine there's a £20 note here or a £50 note, and someone's trying to pull it away between your feet, and you're trying to stop them, so you're squeezing as hard as you can here as you're opening out. And the other common fault is too much twist in the pelvis and cheating. If you could just demonstrate a nice cheat where the patient think you're doing really wonderfully well, or in fact the knee's only coming as high as it was when he was doing it well, but actually there's very little movement happening here in the hip because it's all happening in his body lifting. So that's cheating. So perfect form on all of these. The number of repetitions will be dependent on what your osteopath recommends. And that's the oyster. Thank you.